Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Ryan's Travels. My name is Ryan. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to take a moment and click the like and subscribe button. I really appreciate it. It'll help me get more views. It's kind of a cool thing. I would appreciate it. So today, what I want to cover the subject of is why girls do what they do when it comes to freelancing. Why do they freelance? Freelancing is a nice term for prostitution. A lot of the girls here in Pattaya are doing this. For the life of me, I see these girls and they're so pretty. I mean, it really blows my mind. When I got here, I thought I literally landed in heaven, right? And everywhere I look, I see a hot girl, and I see one hot girl, beautiful girl, and then I look another way, and I see another beautiful girl. And then, I met my first girlfriend that I had here, and we're talking one night, and I said, you know what? I want to ask you a question. Why do you do what you do? And I've asked many through my time and experience of being here. I asked a lot of them, and it's all the same story, right? The women that are here in Thailand, or women that are here in Pattaya, most of them come from a place called Isaan. Isaan is the northeastern region of Thailand. It borders Laos, and it's a big agriculturally rich area. A lot of farms there, a lot of farmers there. And so basically all these, these families that live up there, and the education is just not great. Most of the Thai people that I've met, this is my experience, not anyone else's, they don't really learn sex education, right? So when they're young, as soon as they hit puberty, they basically have sex and they get pregnant, right? Not everyone, but a lot of them do, right? So they'll meet their Thai boyfriend, grow up with them, and they don't know about contraception. They don't know about any of those things, say sex, or to not have sex. And so a lot of them get pregnant. So what ends up happening is they don't really get a great education, right? And they don't really think past their next meal, to be honest, right? People from this Isaan territory. So you have these whole families, and no one really does a lot of work. As much as the Thai people are very family oriented, most of them, when a guy and a girl, Thai couple have a baby out here, the father always bolts and they're gone. Or the baby is always raised by the grandparents. And then what ends up happening is they have a choice, right? So people that don't or are not in the sex trade per se, or this prostitution business, they kind of live the factory life, and they go work in a factory and they make 300 baht per day, and they work 10-hour days and 7 days a week. They don't get any time off. It's just a grind over and over and over. Do the math, that's 9,000 baht a month. That's $250 American a month, which is absolutely crazy. I mean, we talk about working 8 hours a day. We like to have a shortened day. We take a lunch. Like, these people get no break, 10-hour days, right? And they usually start them at 16 or 15 or 14 years old. If they drop out of school, which happens a lot of times, especially if they have a baby under 18. If they have a baby before they get out of high school, 95% of the time they've dropped out of school. So these girls that come down here have zero education. However, what everybody understands is that how beautiful the Thai women are. So they can either go and work for 9,000 baht per month in a factory, grinding and slaving, or they can come down to Pattaya or Bangkok or Chiang Mai, whatever, and they can do this freelancing or prostitution or sex trade or whatever it is you want to call it, right? They can do this and in 1 hour make anywhere from 1,500 baht to 3,000 baht. So they could work literally 4 times they could have sex, or four times. It's not always sex, right? It's just 4 short times. Short time is 1,500, long time 3,000, or maybe it's 2,000 and 4,000. Just it kind of varies based on how smart they are, age, and everything else, right? So they can make enough money in one day to cover what they would have to work 10-hour days, 7 days a week. It's a night and day difference, right? So they deal with it. I'll go and I'll do this. I'll go down to the beer bars and I'll go down, and to a gentleman's club or whatever, and we'll make money. Or they'll freelance. They'll go on Thai Friendly, and they'll do that way and not have to go work in a bar and drink themselves to death. And maybe they'll meet somebody, right? And if they meet somebody from America or the UK or Australia or any of the their hopes that they'll get taken care of. Like Chris Rock says, I'm not saying I agree, but I understand. The difference about the sex trade, as we want to call it here, is we're looking at places like Colombia and maybe Brazil. The age of consent there, I think, don't quote me on this, I just watched another YouTube video on this, it's 14 years old or something gross like that, right? So it attracts all the worst people, and the gangs, the people that were doing all the cocaine, cartels, they're controlling all that. So they're making really crime-infested kind of business. In Thailand here, you don't see, at least I don't see, I could be wrong, don't see everything that's going on, but you don't see ideas of sex trafficking. You don't see that kind of like really dingy, dirty kind of stuff. Maybe I'm seeing things with rose-colored glasses. I haven't been exposed to it, but I have dated enough women. I have seen enough women here. I've talked to enough women here. I've been here for 2 years at this point that I feel like I've got a pretty good idea about how this thing works. Honestly, if they're willing to do that and they want to do that, they can meet a guy and hopefully they'll treat them respectful. I mean, I don't drink, I don't do any of that stuff. I'm not like weird or crazy like that. You meet a nice girl. I have to say, it's kind of cool when you meet a girl to talk to them and find out that they're like 20 years old, 25 years old, and they've never been anywhere outside of their home or Pattaya. They haven't been to Bangkok, even though they drive right past it. They've never been to any of the islands or Phuket or anywhere else. So it's interesting when you can like take somebody and they've got such a blank slate in their mind and just be able to take them somewhere and really see them enjoy it. So I think it's kind of cool. Maybe I see things differently. I don't care if you judge me. You can all piss off if you do want to judge me. I don't really care. But I have a lot of fun out here. This is really the story of every Thai girl that I've seen that comes from Isaan, that comes to work in Pattaya. They're coming down and they support their whole families this way. Whenever you talk to a girl, you say, so I get interested, right? Because I'm in the finance side of business. I say, so how much money do you need to never have to work again, like every month? What's your budget? A lot of them kind of know what they have to pay. They have to pay for their room. They have to do this. And they'll always say, I need to send money home to my kid. I need to send money home to my family. And they always do that. I'm not going to get into the whole what to watch out for when they start BSing you and saying, oh, my buffalo is sick, which is the funny thing we all say out here. They have my farm. The only buffalo on there got sick. So, we didn't have a good harvest this time, so my dad couldn't make a lot of money and support me, so can you give me a couple thousand baht? Like, that's a whole other video. I'm not even going to get. There's plenty of videos about that on YouTube. What I want to convey to you is why they do what they do. I mean, in America, if you deal with a girl who's a hoe or a whore or a prostitute, whatever, they're there to like make that money, make that bank, get that Mercedes, buy that bling. Like girls here, they're not like that. They're so basic and they're so kind of pure, like so like not ruined when it comes to the spoiling part. Like they don't want expensive things. They don't even know from expensive things. They just want to take care of their families, and that's very important to them. And they know that everybody relies on them for them. So it is what it is. Now, maybe when they get older, I know that they think that, by 25 that they're old and now their stock kind of goes down. And now they try to find someone that's willing to be with them now for long term. Anyway, factory life versus this life down here. Hopefully some girls play it the right way, don't get mixed into the drugs. There's a lot of drugs down here and you read about that. But either way, I digress. Let's get back on it. To wrap up, this is why women from Thailand do what they do, why they leave Isaan, come on down to Pattaya and work the bars and make money. Is basically the difference of 9,000 baht a month that they would get working at a factory as opposed to 1,500 to 2,000 baht per hour down here, or for 2 hours, I would say. So anyway, if you guys have any questions or concerns or any videos that you want me to do, please list them below. I'll be more than happy to do those videos for you. Don't forget to click the like and subscribe button. Thank you very much for sticking with me on this video. I appreciate all your loyalty. See you guys next time.